Using a transient designer on vocals is one trick that I've been using, believe it or not, for years. We've seen Spiff, the transient designer plugin by Oak Sound, how powerful that is on drums. But in this video, I want to show you you can use it to tame harsh vocals. Let's get to it. Hello everyone, welcome back to MixbusTv. Hope you're having a great day and stay safe out there. Before we start, please check the info box down below for my mixing courses on ProMix Academy, free plugin special discounts and offers, and if the videos are helping you, you want to support the channel, access to exclusive content and have mix consultations with me via Skype or email. Please click the join button down here, see all the perks of becoming a MixbusTv member. We've seen Spiff on drums in the previous video because, well, transient designer's main application is usually percussive materials and drums and snare and stuff like that. But they are great tools for vocals as well, not just for the obvious, so the too spiky, harsh vocals, but also to remove mouth clicks, to remove any kind of weird clicky noise that you have in a performance. It could be a sang performance, it could be a speech, an overdub, anything like that. Or for example, if you have a vocal that is too flat because it was compressed too much during recording, limited, maybe it was a sample, something like that, and you need it to be a little more alive and inject back some dynamics in that vocals. We'll do an example here. Let's try this one on vocals first. Spiff comes with actually some really cool presets for vocals. You see, for example, glottal attack boost, post 1176 consonant rounding. That's kind of funny because after a heavy compression without compressor, you most likely need to round off consonant because it can come out of there a little too speedy and a little too much bite, especially on the consonant. Wrap in your vocal face and remove mouth click. So let's start with the post 1176 consonant rounding on this rock vocal here.
Saturday night and I'm ready to ride in my drop top caddy down the 405. Heading down to the Sunset Strip tonight.
This vocal is not bad, it's not too bitey or anything like that, but it's just for the example. So with it.
Saturday night and I'm ready to ride in my drop top caddy down the 405.
With and without, just that bit.
Ready to ride in my drop top caddy down the 405. Ready to ride in my drop top caddy down the 405.
It's a subtle effect, but on vocals you want to be subtle. Everything helps because you need still a little bit of bite, but it definitely helps smoothing out those consonants. Let's try the same bit with a different preset, which is remove mouth click. Now, this is definitely not the case, but just to see what it does.
And I'm ready to ride in my drop top caddy down the 405.
With it.
And I'm ready to ride in my drop top caddy down the 405.
It is definitely smoother and it sounds quite natural, even though this preset is for mouth clicks. But you can see you can tailor what frequency range you want Spiff to operate in. We've seen in the previous video, you move these notes up and down. This is your threshold, so to speak. How much do you want this frequency to be processed? You want to ease out the processing, you go down, and you want to increase it, you go up.
And I'm ready to ride in my drop top caddy down the 405.
All right, let's try the same thing on another vocal.
But every little step just takes me further down.
Let's tailor this one in delta mode.
But every little step just takes me further down.
All right, what we want to do on vocals is most likely limit the bandwidth to the high end.
But every little step just takes me further down.
All right, you can hear the T's very well. So let's go back.
But every little step just takes me further down.
You heard that D at the end. This is the kind of thing you can do. In this case, it's way too much processing, but just so you hear it.
But every little step just takes me further down.
Let me tailor this one a little higher.
But every little step just takes me further down.
All right, and we can, of course, decrease the processing here.
But every little step just takes me further down.
Without.
But every little step just takes me further down.
It's quite different from a de-esser. Spiff operates on transient, on percussive consonants, so T's, B's, all of these sounds, they're not S's, they can be tamed in a very natural way. And today we're not just talking about recorded vocals, but in most cases, you probably will have samples. So something like this, for example. Let's start again from that remove mouth clicks that I like, and let's tailor this. Hear how precise it can be. It's completely different than using any other dynamic processor on a vocal. And in the same way, you want more attack from a loop or something like that, you do the opposite. So let's try it on something else. And of course, you can do any kind of tricks. You don't need me to tell you. If you mult a track, if you copy a track or you send it to a send on aux bus, and you use the delta mode on that channel, and then you can process these sounds the way you want. So let's take this performance here. You can see the waveform is pretty dense and flattened.
Love me or hate me, be like me is better. You know that I'm changing the weather. They be just thinking instead of the stepping.
In this case, if you want a little more bite, you would use the boost.
King be your king and the crown and the saucer. You thinking you making this magic. This is what's happening. We cracking. You thinking it's happening overnight plastic.
All right, you can make it bite really hard. So this is just an example. So if you have a too compressed of a vocal and you want to add a little life back into it, that's another way you can use Spiff. There are also some tricks, like I said. So I'm just going to duplicate this one. You can send it to an aux, same thing. And I'm just going to bypass this first one. I'm going to change the color of this just so you can see the difference. And before Spiff, I'm just going to put an equalizer. Just cut everything, let's say, up to here.
That I'm changing the weather. They be just thinking instead of the stepping.
And here you can do anything you want. You can cut it if you just want the sound, but you don't want the bite.
Doesn't matter, they said that I couldn't. They be just thinking instead of the stepping. Doesn't matter, they said that I couldn't. I did it. You mad because you didn't?
All right, in this case, you have all the upper frequencies of these vocals, but you are removing after the filtering the bite, the transient part. Okay, this is just one of the tricks you can do, but the take-home message here is transient designers are great for vocals, especially treble vocals, so just give it a try. This was Spiff by Oak Sound. In the next and last video on Spiff, I'm gonna show you how you can use it on the full mix and instruments like guitars and bass. I hope this video was useful. I hope you liked it. If you did, please don't forget to leave a like. Link to Spiff is gonna be in the info box down below. Follow MixbusTv on Instagram and Facebook. We have a lot of exclusive content in there, including exclusive giveaways. Thank you for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already, and click the notification bell. It helps the channel a lot. Stay safe and see you next time.